Hello, I'm Kian Dixon. I'm the CEO of KKD Productions and I'm the head writer and the CEO. I come up with all the ideas for the films and the stories I want to tell through visual media. I guess I've been doing this for the past 4 years now. I think it is. It might be 3 years, I'm not sure. But I'm currently working on a web drama which we did the first series for and it wasn't that good. But now we've carried it on with the second series, which we're trying to get a lot better. The second series is 3 episodes long, and it's got a lot of plot twists and changes and stuff, and it's good. We have filmed most of the first episode of it, but mainly I've been writing the series. But after the second series, there is something to follow and finish and tie everything off after that, which I am also writing. But I guess I'm currently writing what follows on after that, because I have finished writing the Cold-Blooded Series 2. We just need to shoot it now, and we're getting ready for production. I wrote it because I wanted to finish off the story from Series 1, and I love the Cold-Blooded. It's one of my passionate shows, and I wrote that, and it's like I need to tie everything up, and I had so many stories I wanted to tell with the main character. And then the second series I brought his wife into it, and she becomes his sidekick. The Cold-Blooded is a detective show, and it is a crime drama, and he is basically, in this world, the real life version of Sherlock, but the universe that it's set in is the same universe as a lot of my other shows are set in. Like, it's got the Spy Partners, which I made with one of my friends, and I haven't quit the script because I just love writing the Cold-Blooded, and I'm always in the mind frame to just come up with plots, and I'm always thinking of new stories, and I've got the full plot of what follows up after Series 2, which I'm keeping very personal to myself. Series 2 of the Cold-Blooded is a lot more personal than the first series, I guess, in a way, with it being his wife as his sidekick, and there's a lot of twists and turns along that storyline. My goal with it is to get it out there to the world, so the whole world knows about this show, because if the world knew about it and I was making money off of it, I would make 1 million more series if I had the money. Which, the only reason we aren't making any more series after Series 2, we're doing something to tie it all up, is budget-wise. We don't have the money at the moment because we're only a small company, and we don't make money off of short films and as shows and stuff, but in the future we will be making money on it, and we will use that to just create a whole thing. And maybe even if a TV company wanted to pick up the show, I'm hoping that that's my goal. A TV company would buy it and make it or something, because there are so many stories I would just love to see from the Cold-Blooded on the little screen. One lesson that screenwriting has taught me is that anything can be imagined. And if you can imagine something and you can come up with a story around it, you can make it real. And that's a big passion of mine, because there's a lot of things in the world that people just wish you could do. And if it wasn't for film and if it wasn't for screenwriting and writers, you wouldn't have that visual thoughts, and you wouldn't be able to imagine the things that we wish we could. Take time travel, for instance. We cannot time travel unless you get on a plane and fly to Tokyo on New Year's Eve and travel to the future. But then by the time you get back, it won't be the future anymore, it'll be the past. But yeah, that's the only way we can time travel. But I mean physically time travel, so say for instance go from 2016 to the 1950s and then go to 2035. It'd be completely different, and we can't time travel. But through visual film and media, we can time travel, which I think that's why screenwriting is important, so that we can get things, our ideas and our creative thoughts to the world, and we can show what we are made of, and we can make things that are just imagined look possible. And that is just what screenwriting has taught me. And I write all the time. I write on the bus, I write in cafes, I write in my bedroom, I write in the living room, I write anywhere I can. I sit in McDonald's and I write, I sit in Starbucks and I write, I sit in Love Coffee and I write. I just write anywhere I feel like it, on the bus on the way home, at my partner's house. I will write anywhere. My screenwriting goals are to eventually come up with a fully adapted manuscript of a script, well not a manuscript but a fully adapted movie script that I can then maybe sell or partner up with Universal, you know, a big movie company, a big film company, even Hollywood could make it, and that's my end goal, to get my screenwriting scripts on the big screen, and so the whole world can see what I am made of. And my screenwriting career, I guess, from when I was young, I was always writing stories, but I'm an actor as well, which is why I star in all my movies, because I guess it is cheaper for me to play the main characters, but I don't always play the main characters and stuff. I have played non-main characters, but as an actor, and as a professional actor, I'm always coming up with creative thoughts in my head. I'll be getting on the bus, and I'll be on the bus, and I'll just think about stories, and I'll listen in on conversations, and that's how I adapt characters in my head. And in a way, Chris in the Cold-Blooded, that's the main character, he's based on Sherlock, me, like Sherlock Holmes, me, and like people that I've heard in the streets. But then his story in the series, series 2, like Chris's personal story arc in the second series, is quite personal to me as an actor and as the creator, because it's kind of something. Like, especially in the follow-up scenes, like, that ties everything up from Series 2, after Series 2, there is scenes in that would distraught me, because I've seen people like that, and I've lost people in that way, and it does hurt, but it's an emotional and a impacting way. And I guess my screenwriting career, really, I don't really have a career, but, well, I do, because I'm writing all the time, but because I'm only young, I haven't even done my GCSEs yet. I'm doing them this year, and I'm then going to go on to do my A-levels, and then I love English. I enjoy doing English and enjoy writing stories and stuff like that. I have a passion for writing as well as directing and acting mainly. But I do have a real passion for writing, which is why I am always writing and coming up with ideas. The amount of times I have written scripts for people and they've loved it, and I like to get creative feedback, and that is what you need as a writer. You need to have creative feedback. So I guess my career hasn't really started yet, but as soon as I go to university, that is when my career will begin. Unless I manage to get money and I can open my business, KKD Productions, and I can just get it out there to the world. So yeah, that is basically my screenwriting career, and that is me, Kian Dixon, as a screenwriter. Thanks for watching. Bye.